Yep. Receiving your content, your audience will see it in a moment. Get ready.
Alright, so let me at least get my theory out of the way. So, because I have very solid theory after doing so much research on this game and sister location, and then looking at images from all the other games, and just I didn't compete 4, so I just looked at videos from 4,
Yeah.
and I looked at all the other videos, and I have a pretty solid theory what sister location is, what's going on in sister location.
Yeah.
So, let me get my theory out of the way. Because it's pretty mind-blowing after the research I did. The extensive research I did on this game,
Hmm.
it's pretty... It kind of blew my mind. Just tell me when you're ready.
Alright. If you've seen
Huh?
notification, that's me. Because I just tagged you in a Twitter saying that we're streaming. Okay, done soon. I'm gonna take that off so they're gonna see my, paint, because I've got my graphics tablet with me to write stuff down on. Alright. Let me just scare a few people right here. If it'll let me click it.
Yeah.
Is that it? It's orientate. It's very disorientate. No, that's not the right one. It's this one.
Alright.
No, it's not. What? Wait, what? Oh, that's why I've got the wrong image. Alright.
I haven't played Night 6, though, but I've already watched people play Night 6 many times. It's
I haven't
very...
even got the game.
It's very straight... It's pretty straightforward, Night 6 says, so I'm not really that worried about getting it, but I will try getting the secret later on. Uh,
And then that one we'll get to in a bit. Oh yeah, can I just quickly debunk something?
What?
You know how people believe that on the Freddy there's a, what's the word? There's, what is it? Oh, hang on, is this the, no, it's not, what? Oh, that's why I thought it an accident. Uh-oh. Alright, basically, on the blueprint of Freddy, people believe there's a child in there. But if you zoom in closer, I can't with this, but actually I might be able to, hang on. Just one.
There isn't a child in Freddy.
No, there isn't.
It's just the endoskeleton, but there's more. I'll have to tell you my story. I'll have to tell you what I think and what's going on, and then work out it from there.
Yeah. But, I'm trying to remember what it is that lets you crop it. I'm not used to this. Scale filtering? No. No. I saw it somewhere. Wait, did I see crop? No, I didn't. Scale filtering, project source, filters, properties. No. There's some way I did it and I can't remember how.
Alright, well, there's some. I really want to get to the theory stuff on it.
Yeah.
Alright. So, is this like something you're doing for stream or something like that? I'm good.
Yeah.
She's alright, well, I'm just doing a theory on my side, guys. She's streaming the theory. I'm not quite sure what. So, we all know about Sister Location. It came out not a while ago. I beat it in one day. Kind of disappointed I did that, but I beat it in one day. It was mostly a story-based game, which is new, and I liked it because it took you through a story. But a lot of things come up with this story that I've never seen no FNAF game ever do. Like, there's so many secrets in this game than there are in any other game, I think. And I was recently going through all of my videos, like all the videos, and watching other videos, and seeing what they encounter. Some people encounter different shit than I have, so there's different things that are going on in this game. Alright, so getting to the theory. We start off as a maintenance worker working at the sister location. The one thing I found weird about this is when you hit up Handyman, do you notice it says the word Mike
Yeah, I do.
Which is awkward because like
Mike Schmidt.
because Mike Schmidt. I'm like, wait, why is Mike Schmidt being in this game? And is this his actual voice line, like a more monotone voice? This is what actually Mike would sound like.
Oh, no, it says on the night 1, sorry, I'm just gonna interrupt you there. On night 1, it says, please write your name as seen on the keypad, above the keypad. In other words, your mic. He says, type in your name as seen above the keypad.
Oh, wait, that means that would make sense. You're Mike Schmidt then. But why, so he's now no longer a security guard, he's working for... No, because the theory I have makes no sense. Because, okay, there's going to be a lot of theories going on, but this is something I've figured out, and I'm keeping to it because it's very solid, and it seems like a very logical theory. So, Sister Location takes after events after all the Five Nights at Freddy's, right? So after, like, whatever, Five Nights at Freddy's 4, maybe?
Yeah.
So it's like a new genre, So... But people think that. Here's the thing I think. It's not taking after... I think Sister Location is the event after the first Finite location. Like Fredbear's. The first Fredbear location where they had the spring traps.
Yeah. And
whatnot. I think it takes after this. Here's my solid evidence. As you're playing through the game, it's the robots look advanced. You figure out we already know who Purple Guy is. His name is whatever his name. Starts with an A.
It's Mr. Afton.
Mr. Afton. We already know Mr. Afton. He's Purple Guy. Clearly, Mr. Purple Guy. He makes these robots. But here's the thing. I don't. People are going to explode saying he is guilty. I don't think Purple Guy at that point was guilty for the animatronic issues. Like they said in the beginning, like in when you first learn about the spring traps, they're very unreliable. The spring traps were very unreliable that time, so a lot of deaths did happen. Meaning, I'm guessing they used them before even Afton even started making animatronics. So they were using the spring traps before Afton made like Bonnie, Chica, any of the other animatronics. So Purple Guy at this time is innocent. He's just doing his job, making animatronics, tending to some of the animatronics, whatever. Then the events at Fredbear's happens. So once that happens, he sees a new light saying, look, okay, this is not good. Things are going to go downhill from here. I'm going to make this other location called Sister Location just in case things go south. Makes Sister Location, makes the animatronics that we see in Sister Location. But there's one thing that goes wrong. His son... Here's the thing. Five Nights at Freddy's 4... Fnaf 4, I'm just going to say. Fnaf 4, we play as the kid who's always at Fredbear's, right? Every mini-game, he's at Fredbear's. Now, there is no other person that would be at Fredbear's. He's either the owner of the Fredbear store, which clearly is not what this kid's related to, because at one of the mini-games, he's in the parts store. The parts section. That makes no sense. So the only sense it makes is Purple Guy is the kid's child, right?
Yeah. Wait, Purple Guy's the kid's child?
Yeah, Purple Guy would be that kid's child. Now listen. Have you ever seen videos on FNAF 4? Have you ever seen like mini games and all that?
Yeah, I've seen the Easter egg when they go into one scene, then they come back and they see Purple Guy putting the head on his person.
No. That's not. It's not a child. That's an employee. The employee is getting ready to suit up, so Purple Guy is getting him ready, make sure the spring traps are all set, making sure the spring traps are calibrated correctly. Yada yada. He's making sure he's doing his job pretty much. He's just doing a job that he was given. But it scares the kid because he thinks in his mind, since he's still so young, he thinks he's putting suits in a body.
Yeah.
That's why he's scared. So the events happen at Fredbear's. Purple Guy's distressed because like he just lost his son. So he thinks he can make safer animatronics. So he makes Baby, he makes he makes all the other animatronics, the sister location animatronics, pretty much. I know they look advanced than the other animatronics, but there's a reason behind that. There is a reason behind that. The reason why he made them safer and made their faces open up because he used the original spring trap idea. The spring traps open up. They even say the spring traps will open, so it means the suit opens. So he took the concept from the old spring trap animatronics and just filled them with wires and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he made those robots. Baby was the first one. Ballora was the next one. Funtime Foxy was the third one, and then the last one was Freddy. And then Freddy with Bonnie Puppet. At this time, we don't know who the mannequin's not even in this right now. Mannequin's not even at this point. The mannequin's not even a thing. It's not even an entity at Sister Location. Even though with all the exclusive evidence, there's a reason why Scott. Remember when in the trailer you see on Funheim's Foxy's reflection on the sheet?
Yeah.
There's a reason to that. There's a reason to that. All right, keep that in mind. There's a reason to that reflection. All right, so although he makes all these animatronics, one of them has a flaw. One of them has like some kind of tick.
Yeah.
In the minigame where we're playing Baby and we get the whole minigame done and we go back, that's not Baby at that time killing the little girl. I have a theory that's the brother possessing the doll because he wants to become alive again.
Yeah.
So to do this, he wants to put, like I said, this is just a theory. Just keep your minds open to it. I'm just making a solid theory or what I think is going on in the game.
Yeah.
So Baby kills the girl, but doesn't get, or Baby or brother of Five Nights at Freddy's 4 kills her kills the girl. His sister, because here's the thing. Five Nights at Freddy's 4 in its Fnaf location. The girl, there's a minigame, part of the minigame, where the girls look exactly alike, but just different styles. And trust me, people they don't look the same. Scott's made improvements on all the characters up until to now, and there's a reason why Purple Guy looks completely different in one of the minigames than when he's purple. I think the pink version of Purple Guy is when he was innocent and kind of I think that's when he was most actually. Wait, let's erase that thought. I just thought of something now. Let's wait to the end of that, okay?
Right.
So, get kills, doesn't get what he wants, so he just moves on. He just goes back to being a spirit. Sister doesn't become a spirit. We don't, for some reason, you don't know why she's not a spirit, but she's not a spirit anymore. She's not. So she's technically not in any. She can't possess any suits because, if anything, she possesses the suit, she wouldn't want to antagonize the main guy because there's a reason why. I have a feeling why our character is there. There are some solid voice lines in the game on Night 6 that prove this theory too. Purple Guy has been innocent the entire time. Here's a reason why. Through the game, the handy unit on Night 2 starts telling you to do things it's you go check the things. He's like, okay, good, keep going. And then it said, in one night, it tells you not to check Baby. But the door opens up still.
Yeah, because there's a thing when you go under the desk and close it, and it shows a secret and it's just a sequence of codes that no one knows what it is because it doesn't work on the keypads or anything.
But it's weird how the sequence is laid out. She says 2 and then 3, then 2 and then 3. Yeah. Then she's but that story she's telling you is what happened when she killed the little girl.
Yeah.
She said even in the thing, she wasn't herself, meaning she was being possessed. And the only kid who died during the Five Nights for her right now was the boy. So that solidates the theory that the kid possessed the Baby to kill his own sister, thinking that he could get a new body, which wasn't true.
Can I just quickly bump into this for a second. If you remember the mini game, there was like a claw that came out of baby once you lured the kid to you. And if you read the blueprint Easter eggs, like for example the Freddy one, if I just get onto it here on the stream, it has a grouping coordination parental tracking, so it can tell where the parents are, and it can have a voice mimic / luring. And for example, all of them seem to have lurings on the blueprints. Baby had ice cream. Freddy and Foxy was a mimic, so they could like mimic the parents' voices and joke into them. They all had storage tanks, and Ballora was a distraction type, so it can distract the parents. What most people have been believing because of these is that the Purple Guy actually designed them to lure kids and trap them and take them down here. The reason why people think that they took them down here and why we think Friday Nights at Freddy's 4 is so connected is because on the map in the break room on night 2, you can see the layouts completely of what Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is. On the top left, you can see the minigame map. On the top right, you can see the bedroom, and on the bottom left, you can see this fun with Springtrap, which means they're definitely connected to this.
Yeah, they're definitely connected. It's just not an Easter egg. But I'm getting more to that theory. I did read the blueprints, and I did notice that. I feel like the Purple Guy is trying to get his son back, but in the end, he didn't want his daughter getting involved.
Which is why he wouldn't let her go near the thing.
Yes, exactly. This is why he wanted his son back. He was trying to do everything he can to get his son back. He didn't care if he was killing innocents. He just wanted his son back. Purple Guy is innocent. He's a family guy. He was just so unstable when his son died at the Fredbear's location that he literally did anything he could. But here's a question. What possessed him to do it? There's still that question. What possessed him to figure out that he could do that? So here's the plot. You could bring up. What are you going to bring up something? Because I might think for things. Because I'm still tired, guys. I just woke up not a while ago.
Where is it? I was gonna mention the eye reflection that everyone's found in the jump scare event in Night 5, but continue.
So, using some of your information you gave me, if you have any information to give me, just like, you forgot some one important detail, because, but at that time, Purple Guy is distraught. I think the person you play in the beginning is not Purple Guy at first, it's just a guy who's doing his maintenance work, but after Night 1, you're playing as Purple Guy. You're playing as Afton. Why are you playing as Afton? Because he's now lost two...
To see his daughter, because in Night 6, you can hear Baby say, isn't this what you wanted, to see her?
Yeah, but that's not just his daughter now. He wants to try getting both of his children back. Both of his children that he lost. But, here's the thing, I think he despises his older... Okay, so he has 3 children, right?
Yeah.
He has an older brother, he has a younger brother, and then he has I think a younger sister. I would assume she's younger. He hates the older brother because what he did to his younger brother, and the little sister, it was just a mistake that the younger brother did because he wanted to be alive again.
Yeah.
And that's why he put the distractions in those robots so he can switch between all these different robots.
Yeah. Alright.
So, getting back to what I was saying now. So, younger brother accidentally killed the sister. Purple Guy's distraught. He wants to try. He's now trying his hardest to get both of his children back. So, he has to make a new suit, another animatronic. But as he's building it, he realizes he doesn't have the parts to make this set of animatronic, so he just throws it to the side, never to be seen again. It's just a mess of wires. And this is where a Nard comes in. A Nard is an incomplete animatronic. You can tell because he's nothing. He's nothing but wires. But the wires he's made from is from the other animatronic. So he is, because in the little picture of Bernard when we first see him, he's like a little bit of me is inside of everybody.
But it could mean the other way around. By everybody is in me.
Yeah, everybody. So like a little bit of me is in everybody.
Or a little bit of everybody is in me. Cause
it could be that.
Because you can tell he's got Freddy's eyes.
Yeah, Freddy's eyes. He's just like
he's basically just an amalgate, basically.
Yeah, he's just a collaboration, or a
amalgate.
Oh, whatever that means. I don't know what amalgate means. Don't use big words.
It means a combination of different things.
Combination. That's what I was trying to find. He's a big combination of everyone, but he doesn't. He lacks the abilities of the other ones because he's incomplete. So, but. What was I saying? Getting back to it. He's going through his nights. I think Baby at that time was conscious of what was going on and is trying to help Purple Guy get past what's going on. But here's the thing. Handy Unit has been there for you the most of the time, but you recognize how he slowly changes through the nights? Like he's trying to rush you? I think Handy Unit was the son the entire time, rushing you through, who is now possessing a Nard. The incomplete animatronic his father never completed. And as you're going through, Nard realizes, or a.k.a. the kid from the fourth game who dies from, where were we call? We'll call him Tom, okay? We'll just call that fucking Tom. So, the Fnaf 4 kid who dies is going to be called Tom. I don't know his name, but we're just going to call him Tom. So Tom is being Handy Unit at that time. He's trying to get his dad to go forth and just... He's kind of leading him in a way. Kind of leading him like, yeah, just do this, do that, and just do everything else. Because I'm thinking he's gone a little bit more sinister than his dad remembers. So at the end of night 3... Obviously, Baby is no longer Baby, it's a Nard. Who's using her voice. Because a Nard had no voice, so he had to use the voice box from that animatronic to trick you. Because you recognize how in Night 4, what she's telling you, Baby's telling you, there is some solid information that this is the child. This is the child from the old Fredbear's Pizzeria. Because the information that Baby knows, there's no way Baby should know this information, right? Because, when you turn into the Springtrap suit, or she's like, this is from my old pizzeria. How does Baby know this is from the old pizzeria?
Because
Baby wasn't made during that time, though. Baby is not an entity at that time. The only person...
Sorry, I'm just going to cut you off. Did you not see the teaser a few weeks before it came out? It said closed due to leaks, but when you cancelled due to leaks, but when you brighten up, it says that it only happened for one day, and it was closed due to gas leaks on. But that means there was a baby, Circus Baby's Pizza World for one day when there was a bunch of children, but supposed gas leaks, quote unquote, caused it to shut down.
Sorry to interrupt, but you do know where you are. You're underground. So the gas leaks underground are more dangerous than the ones up above ground. You just get a gas leak, you pump out the gas. The gas leaks underground, you can't really do that.
Sorry to interrupt again, but they got moved to a warehouse where you could just rent them out.
But it's underground still.
Yeah, but the original location, the original sister location wasn't underground, it was above ground. Now looking at that information, I can't believe it because, when you start the game, you look at the yellow tape, it says cannot cross. Why would there be yellow tape telling you not to cross if there's nothing wrong with that place, right? That is a good question, because hardly anyone's ever touched on that fact.
Yes. So meaning, there's no way it could have been a gas leak above ground because it could have not that could have been taken care of really quickly. So it had to be underground. It had to be underground the entire time. Maybe Fredbear's and Sister Locations was in the same time, and they just had the underground version because they were just testing it, or at the time they were just like getting it ready.
Pardon me. Yeah.
Doing tests to see how the animatronics would react.
Hmm.
Because it makes no sense if it was a gas leak above ground, because if it was above ground, people go like, oh, we can't go in there, it's obviously something's wrong. We can just pump out the gas and then boom, we're back into business, right? That's how business works. That's how kind of like a business like that works. If something's wrong, you have to close it down, work on it, and then when it's fixed, then you can work on it. Then you can open it back up. So above ground, like I said, doesn't make sense. Underground would make more sense when that gas leak happened, because then it takes more time to get the gas out. You have to find alternative ways to get through the building, which aka means the air vents.
Yeah.
So that theory when people say, oh, it was above ground, that's kind of debugged right away, because there's no way it could have been above ground because of that.
Right.
Because there wouldn't, like it said, because if it was above ground, there would be no reason for that yellow tape to be up in the first part of the game.
True.
All right, so where was I? So baby doesn't. Yeah, baby. Springtrap.
Yeah.
Maybe baby was up on the above at one point. We don't know, but baby still. But it makes no sense that they do this, like they do the gas leak and whatnot. So baby's got to be like and baby's still in a prototype stage, so they wouldn't want a prototype walking around in a store. So I think it's still underground. It's still everything's based underground. Baby's still a prototype, so she's underground. So it still raises the fact: how does baby know about the spring traps? It makes no sense, and even how to operate the spring traps, nonetheless. Because she specifically says it's from my old pizzeria.
Yeah.
Or does she say it's from my old or our old? I'm not quite sure.
It's from my old.
Yeah, my old pizzeria. And there's the only pizzeria that had a Springtrap location was Fredbear's, and that's where the kid died in Fredbear's. Because he got killed by a Springtrap malfunction.
Oh, also, I was looking at the theories I've written, and I realized something. You know how you said that it would probably be in the same time frame as Fredbear? It's most likely not, because there's a hanged balloon boy on the top left.
No, I think that's a prototype for Balloon Boy in the future, though, because it doesn't look like anything like Balloon Boy until that we know. So I think that's a prototype that Afghan made, just hanged up there. Is like, I'll work on it later. Because there's a lot of animatronics. Even when we go into the first room, there's another thing that looks like Balloon Boy, but it's still not. It's not complete. It's just it's like I said, it's just a reference that Afton is making to put, and he's thinking of making them. So everything you see in the maintenance room is just an idea of concept that Afton is making right now.
Sorry, my drink went down the wrong way. Continue.
Anything you bring up, well, I'll talk about pretty much. So what was I saying? Baby's not. I'm thinking baby and them are in, like, it's maybe a little bit after. Like I said, it could be a little bit after the events of what happens to Tom in Fnaf 4 location.
Yeah.
It could be after those events. So the handy unit or handy unit Mike, I'm calling him, is guiding you through this series of instructions. But baby in Night 2 is trying to prevent that so you don't get killed by Ballora.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, and then this raises another fact.
That's not Ballora.
It's not Ballora at that point.
Sorry, let me just say this. I believe Ballora's framed because you know how when she's pretending to be deactivated, she says Ballora is here in the room with us. But the endoskeleton does not resemble Ballora's at all, because we saw her endoskeleton It's not got the nightmare teeth.
Yeah, but so I'm gonna get to that. That will come later, guys. There's a reason why that didn't look like Laura, and that's
It's because it's Ennard.
Yeah, exactly. It's Ennard. He's pushing you to make sure you follow instructions that he's giving you, but not Baby, who's you think is helping you. It's actually Ennard giving you the instructions.
He also wants
the entire time.
He also wants to completely gain your trust by saying things like that.
Yeah. So, Baby tells you how to do the correct way in Night 2. Tom, or we're gonna call him. Wait, his name could be Ennard too. The kid from 4 could be Ennard. We're gonna call him Ennard. Ennard is being handy unit and telling you what not to do to get yourself killed. So, go through Night 2. Night 3 is different. Night 3, but here's an interesting fact. Night 3, before you go into Baby's room, before you go into the Funtime Foxy room, that's still Baby at that point. And you can tell it's Baby because she sounds, it hurts my, like, now when I looked at that footage, I was listening to it very carefully, it hurts my feelings that it kind of, like, brings down a very, like, emotional barrier because, like, Baby didn't mean to do it. It wasn't her who did it. It was someone else. Like, even she said it. It's like, when there were one, something came over me and I wasn't myself. Highlight that wasn't myself part. That makes no sense. The only time an animatronic would not be themselves or would act differently if something possessing them, right?
Yeah.
Meaning, the Ennard, the kid, was possessing that animatronic when his sister came by, killed his sister, like I said, and then noticed his own mistake, and then decided to leave his sister's spirit, I think, inside. No, or leave his sister's spirit, like, roaming around, maybe. Because it's kind of weird that the sister is not seen anywhere else or only heard from voices in your head or stories she's telling you. What was I saying? What's next? Continuing on, you go to Night 4, Ennard's telling you about the spring traps, which obviously Baby shouldn't know how to operate the spring traps.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, that's up in the air still. I feel like, this is my theory, I feel like Baby is not Baby at that time. I think it's Ennard.
Yeah, same.
And since Ennard would know more of the spring trap functions, because his dad is Purple Guy. He knows how to operate that stuff. I bet he watched him operate it. So that's how he knows how the spring trap suits work. And that's how he knows how to open the face mask only.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that come to light with that. And here's a cool little detail I noticed. You remember when the Funtime Chica model was released, right?
Yeah.
Take a look at the eyes and the mouth on the Funtime Chica, and then remember when you're in the suit in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, guess who you're inside?
Funtime Chica. That's one of the theories I was going to say about.
You're inside Funtime Chica.
That's what I was going to say about in one of the theories. I've literally got it written down here.
And the weird part is, remember what Baby is saying, the suit's only big enough for one. Only one.
Yeah.
Meaning, when at the end of everything Ennard was doing to you, he was going to plan to stuff your body, your innards, inside the Chica model. So, Night 4 happens, Night 5 happens, Ennard tricks you, takes you to the scooping room, scoops out your insides, and now he takes the strand of wires and everything else that he can take off his body and puts it inside his own father's body, and he becomes Purple Guy. Now, here's the thing. I think when Ennard did that, taking control of his father's body, Ennard looks more sinister than he appears to be anymore. He's not normal anymore. He's not himself. There's something going on with Ennard. Yeah. He's no longer his father, I'm guessing, finds out he's no longer that sweet child he used to remember, that crybaby all the time. Because you know why? the power of it being a ghost and be able to possess such powerful animatronics. He went crazy with power. And a lot of people are making other assumptions that Ennard is the puppet from Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
That was going to be one of them, but I wasn't too sure about saying it.
That, I feel like, is something completely different. That spirit, I think, is the spirit of the sister.
Yeah.
The reason I think it's the sister, because if it was Ennard, there would be no point of Ennard taking over his dad's body's like, oh, I want to get a new body, and goes inside the puppet. Makes no sense, right?
Yeah, I was going to be going to say that they seem familiar, similar, I mean, with the way that their eyes and stuff are, except that he has a big nose and doesn't have lipstick or tears going down his face, and Puppet doesn't have a party mask or eyebrows.
But the other animatronics though in Sister Location look heavy referenced from him, which is awkward. But I think I'm going to continue the theory because I think the puppet was even a thing in this time. Because if you remember from Night 4, you know the things that jump scare you? Look at their faces. They're very structured, exactly like the mannequin's face. So I think those animatronics were repurposed. And just they were repurposed, just thrown a black cloak, made their little limbs a little longer, arms a little longer. So, but at this point, at the point when Sister Location, the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is being made, which is the prequel for Five Nights at Freddy's 1.
Yeah.
Ennard is now Purple Guy. Purple Guy is Ennard. He's got all the knowledge how to make the animatronics. He's got everything. Whatever he did to become his father, he is now that smart. So, and remember, he's still power crazy. He's hungry, and he's power hungry. He feels like he can't be touched at this point.
Yeah.
But we still have one person that died that we never see out through the entire Sister Location, which is the sister. Now, the sister, I think people a lot of time assume that. Remember, we're calling the kid who died in Night 4 Ennard. People assume that Ennard possessed the doll. I kind of have to retract that statement because this is just a theory on my side. I think the doll is the girl. The girl who died, the sister, is now the mannequin, and the mannequin is less crazy than her brother. Because she died by his hand, so she's vengeful towards him.
Yeah.
And now, since she's Purple Guy, she's hesitant in killing her own father to kill Ennard. So she needs help. Meaning, the kids that Ennard killed while he was in Purple Guy. Remember the give gifts, give life game? Yeah. That's her putting the souls inside the suits, because. And she tells that after that, I'm guessing pretty sure she's explaining everything to them. Look, he's not a bad guy. It's not him. There's something inside him making him bad. We need to stop him. So after stuff in Fnaf 2, the first Fnaf game, the animatronics are still possessed.
Yeah.
But again, there's these children that are inside Freddy, Foxy, Bonnie, and Chica. They're in very powerful machines, so those ones go a little power hungry, and they don't know what security guard to attack. So, because at this point, Purple Guy is now a security guard.
Yeah.
He does multiple tasks. He's a security guard. He's a maintenance worker. So at that point, they don't know what security guard to attack, because you know why? They're all wearing the same color. What color could they be wearing that makes them think that they're the Purple Guy? Purple. That's the only logical explanation. Not blue, not whatever fucking colors that associate with the characters. They're all wearing purple suits. There's a reason behind it. I'm guessing Ennard made that design choice himself. And I'm guessing he made that design choice, and the animatronics to confuse the animatronics to figure out, or the kids inside the animatronic suits, which one's the Purple Guy? I don't know. So they just start killing lifeguards. Those guards start turning into souls. and they get vengeful, and they're trying to tell they get vengeful, but they eventually pass on because they notice the kids are just doing what they think is right, so they pass on because you don't see any other animatronics assisting anything, etc. etc. They're still doing their thing, and then there's the events that lead up to going to FNAF 4. I mean, FNAF 3 kills all the animatronics. Ennard finally gets his just desserts and gets stuck in an animatronic suit again. And this time he's stuck in the spring trap. But here's the strange part: for having organs like ripped out of your body and put inside a spring trap, they look very. Did you notice that his like internal organs, like his veins, look very like cable like?
Yeah.
That solidates the theory that Ennard is Purple Guy at that point because of that. Ennard just possessed the Springtrap animatronic. And then you went through the events of Night 3. You defeat Ennard because if you get there's two different endings. You can get a bad ending or a good ending. The good ending is where Ennard Springtrap rips off its own head. Reason is, I think that Springtrap at that point, the sister and Springtrap were fighting over control over Springtrap. And finally, the sister won, made the ultimate sacrifice, killing them both. And bam. Now their spirits can pass on. Her brother's spirit doesn't go to heaven, it goes straight to hell. And that's the event. That's how I think is the theory of this.
Yeah. I
feel like the gate. Sorry, my throat's really dry at the moment. I need to get some water. This is my theory to it. Like, it makes like I did like I said, I did a lot of heavy research on this game. I went through every game I played, like every picture, every game that other YouTubers played, everything. And I paid attention to every small detail in the game. Every small detail. Like word coloring differences on FNAF 4 when they have words. From animatronic behavior to everything. Everything leads up to the point that Purple Guy is innocent at a point until Ennard takes control, and then Ennard makes him turns Purple Guy into the murderer we know now.
Yeah.
And the other characters from FNAF 1, 2, and 3 are just significant pawns for him to get even farther and even more corrupt away. But in the events of Night, the events of Night 3 kind of like what's what ends Ennard's terror or reign in a way. So that's my theory, guys.
It's pretty thorough. Alright, let me just move that over there. Alright. On to the others then, yeah?
Yep, that's the solid theory I have, and that's all the research I've been doing on this game, because Sister Location is different, and I feel like there could be more stories that he can be adding in the future. Most likely he's going to be adding more games in the future. Because this one story just opens up more for more lore in the entire series.
I'm gonna point this out. You know how people have been looking up the you know in Night 2, the angsty teen, after you've shocked Ballora, its voice is distorted, and people have decoded it to say argumentative standards, heights, elevation. No, it's argumentative standards, elevation, heights. And passive and then heights. And I'm not sure, but one time I looked up argumentative and it came up with this example: the highest standards of argumentative rigor, which only misses out excessive and heights and passive in argumentative.
Yeah, I think Angsty Teen is also, but I think the Angsty Teen voice line is a reference to his older son, though.
And also it says, if you if you acronym it, it becomes ACE, I think it's ASF, but if you actually anagram that, it becomes phase, which makes me think it's just a little pun because the teen's going through a phase.
Yeah.
That one was one. The other one is that we might just be a child. Because you know how in Bellaura's room and in Funtime Foxy's room, we're small, we're low to the ground.
No, I just think we're crawling at that point because, like, even in the game, it says you have to stay low. You have to stay low to the ground, and I'm just thinking that we're crawling at this point.
Yeah.
Because we have to stay low to the ground or crouched. Even hell, we're crouched the entire time walking through these buildings. That's why the doors are so big.
Yeah. The second thing I was going to say is that the Springlock suit we hired is Funtime Chica, but you've already touched on that fact.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Funtime Chica and Ennard plan to put your body remains inside Chica's empty body. And that's why Chica never appeared in the game, because
she wasn't working.
She wasn't out working, and that brings up the other theory of why Ennard is just an animatronic suit with just wires coming off it. He possessed the Chica animatronic that was supposed to go inside of Chica.
The next thing I want to go on is, during one of Ennard's scares, you, hang on, I found a better picture of it. No, I did it on the paint. Let me open it up on paint. In the screen, hang on, I'll screen share real quick, because it'll be easier. That way you can see what I'm doing. It's basically, you see here, can you see eyes there like I can? Just here.
Where?
Underneath his nose. Right here.
Yeah, I can see eyes right there.
Yeah. The eyes look like they're decaying. Like, his eyes are just like that. And, that's the wrong one. Here we go. If you look on the scare though. Nope, that's the I keep doing this. If you look closely on this one, if you keep looking, you can't see the reflection on this guy. Or on this one. You can't see it on there, but you can see it on this one. For some reason. Because he has many different jump scares, and it's just on this one that you can see it. So, this is what makes me believe that we're definitely purple guy, because it's got purple. She look purple. If you look closely on it, when
I can confirm it a little bit more. Mind if you keep it there, because you enhance it a little bit more towards the nose, because I noticed there's a color difference right there, right between up above the lip. It's very faint, but there's like a faint purple there.
Yeah.
So if you guys see it right there, I'm looking at your stream right now. It's like right there. It's like between the little lip, like the lip above that goes up to the nose. It's like a faint purple.
Where? On the picture on paint?
Yeah, in the picture on paint. Yeah, the one that you have open with the enter just.
Yeah.
Prepared to jump scare you. Look, go up the lip location. Go up the lip split between the nose.
Yep.
And you notice the color differentiation is purple.
Oh yeah, that's what I was on about.
Yep. I'm saying this is not a coincidence. Scott, no, we all know Scott. Scott is one of those people that doesn't put shit in his game for no apparent reason.
Except for keypads, because those seem to be everywhere.
Yeah, which is awkward too, because I think there's like 3 in total, right?
There's one in the elevator, one in the room with the Ennard mask and the genie and the 3 heads, which I'm gonna get onto in a bit, and the main control room basically. One in the Circus Baby's room, and then one in the Night 5 private room. But that one works.
Doesn't count.
That one works though.
But that one doesn't count. But that one doesn't count because you need to use that one in progress. So there's 3 of them, and there's 3 codes Baby gives you. One of those codes, each one of those codes works for one of those keypads. So we don't know what those codes are yet. We don't know which one to work for each keypad. There's got to be some someone's gonna have. I guarantee it. Someone's already doing some snooping around on what those codes are, what those numbers are, and then someone's gonna find something, and there's a cookie on your chat.
Wait, what?
All right. So go continue what you were doing.
The next thing I want to go about is Lolbit, because you know Fnaf World.
Yeah.
She, for some reason, as an Easter egg, appears instead of Ennard's mask now and then on the top bit, and no one knows why this is yet. People are believing that it means Fnaf World has something to do with it, or Lolbit was a character in the location. The thing I'm thinking of is that I'm pointing at the screen like you can see me.
I can see your mouse though. You know that.
Yeah,
right?
I know. I was pointing at it with my pen. But basically, you've got the eyes, you've got the nose, blah blah blah. I think what happened is, I'm trying to remember how do you put this? Fnaf World is actually like a little dollhouse inside one of the rooms, probably Circus Baby's, because you can't see inside Circus Baby's room. And the toy Bonnie is puppet, or as Freddy calls him, Bon. He's in it, but well, it's she, because you can tell it's a she because the voice that talks to Freddy is Bonnie, because in the game files it's said as Bon in Bon, which means it's a female as well. So I'm just gonna use the term she. She says she looks like the toy Bonnie from the FNAF world, and Lolbit's here too, which makes you wonder, is this in the actual place? Is there a random dollhouse that Circus Baby's playing with? Because if you think about it, how else would Baby have been the only one to appear at the end of the update too?
Makes sense.
Another thing, oh wait, I've already touched upon the fact of Freddy, but we've already been over the baronet. I just randomly wrote exotic butters, okay? I felt I couldn't resist. Yeah, there's something behind the exotic butters. It's not just meme material.
Yeah, it's just not. It's a clue, but we don't know what that clue significantly means. There have been many theories on it, but let's put that in a pocket and let's make another note fact. You recognize when you can click on anything in Five Nights at Freddy's sister location, but you recognize when you click on any of the intercom areas or anything that looks like important stuff you can do, you can interact with. It just makes a beep noise, or it makes like a noise where it looks like it's not operational.
Or it makes
mostly
static.
Mostly the intercoms. Like, you think if something's going wrong, you would use intercoms, right?
Yeah.
But none of them work.
Let me find this. There was another thing. We've already touched upon the Circus Baby's code. We've already talked about the FNAF layout, the eyes and reflection. Oh yeah, Ennard may not be inside us, but Ballora may be. Because if you look at the final picture of the real end, yeah, that's
it can't be Ballora.
How?
It cannot be Ballora because Ballora. Okay, it can't be Ballora because if you notice, sometimes when Ennard scares you without the mask, he has one that's closed, he has one that's open, and then he has one that's hanging off on the side, in the back, very back of his head.
But the problem is, she's the only one with purple eyes, and the only eyes that look close enough to how it was when
But we're assuming that Ennard is a combination of all these other animatronics.
But probably not Ballora, because you know how Baby says she doesn't know how to pretend? No, Ballora never learns. She broke down not on purpose. She actually broke down and caused them to do that. She's still her endoskeleton. She didn't want to join with them. So she's hiding somewhere else. If you look, there's nothing that resembles Ballora on Ennard at all.
Well, we don't really know because there's 3 eyes on them and there's 3 other animatronics. Wait, there's 3 animatronics. Wait. 3 eyes, there's 4 animatronics.
But there's Biddy Babs as well. And Mini Renas.
Huh?
there's mini arenas, the little things that keep those nightmare things that look like the puppet. That's
Oh, yeah.
another thing I want to get onto later. But there's the mini arenas and biddy babs as well. There's 7 biddy babs and 4 more than 4 mini arenas. There's like a bunch of them. But the biddy babs have eyes. The mini arenas don't.
The mini arenas have eyes. They're yellow.
Sorry, what's that? Alright, sorry, you were saying?
The mini arenas have eyes. Are yellow.
Yeah.
But only when they jump scare you.
But as I was saying, you don't see any purple eyes on the on Ennard.
Because the purple eyes don't belong to Ennard.
Yeah. But if you look at Bellora's jump scare, her eyes are purple.
Which makes no sense, because why would Ballora want to become alive? When Ennard is the one trying to get to become alive. Unless Ennard took Ballora's eyes, found Ballora, and then just ripped out her eyes.
But, sorry, let me just quickly find it. I saw a picture of it, I can just look up Fnaf system. If you look on Skype real quick, on the, screen share.
Oh, I'm actually watching the stream, too.
Yeah, but it doesn't show this bit that I'm doing right now, because I'm not going to put this bit up, because it's not... If you notice, when she jump scares you, her eyes open up. I need to find one of her actual jump scare, like this one. Look, her eyes open up. And they're the only ones that are the size of human eyeballs. And they're purple.
Yeah.
Just like... Hang on, let me go. Location. It's freaking... I don't know what's up. One sec. Let me find the eye. Hang on. See if I can find it somewhere. Ugh. You'd think people would put pictures up of it, but basically he opens his eyes and they're just like that one.
Yeah, meaning that I'm thinking Ennard just took the eyes. I feel Ennard took the eyes after once, like before. Okay. Here's what I think. Ballora was scooped and went into hiding. Ennard found Ballora, ripped out her eyes, and killed Ballora.
Yeah.
Ennard then got the eyes to get ready to use inside his own father's body. So that's why his eyes are purple. But right now, I think at that point, before he dies, Purple Guy is just an innocent man who's trying to get his children back. He's a father trying to get his children back. Any other theories or anything else you want to bring up?
Oh yeah, sorry, I thought you were still speaking.
No, I'm done. I'm just gonna add on to your theories, if anything.
There's you know how in the fake ending there's a TV animation, and then, at the end it's like, but what about the baby? What if it's foreshadowing? What if it means, but what about Circus Baby? Considering
but what about the baby?
Yeah. But what about the baby? What about the bat child support? That's the thing. And then it just drags across the screen. And you don't know what happens next. Either he kills you, he gets into you. You don't know.
Well, looking at his state at that point, I think he's damaged. Damaged? I don't know how he's damaged.
Thing is, how is he damaged and why? Another thing... Sorry, continue.
That's a good question. We don't know. That's still a mystery to me.
another thing I want to know is the significance of Ballora. Because... Wait. So, one sec. 1811. Sorry. There's two significances I want to point out. What's Ballora's significance? Because we only have her once, and then we see her again, but being destroyed, and she's looking at us, and that's the weirdest thing. Because while she's looking at us, the mini Renas are climbing up to us. But also, why is Baby framing Ballora as well by saying Ballora is here in the room with us? Why not Foxy? Why not Freddy? Why not Bon even? And sorry, were you saying something?
No, I'm thinking. It is awkward that the entire time that they're framing Ballora, but I feel like the whole point they're framing Ballora is when they find the body, so that people feel like Ballora did it.
The other one I want to know is the significance of the 7 Biddy Babs. It says 7, but there's only one that comes at you. What about the other 6?
Again, I think that's just the child. I think that's just the child possessing.
Yeah, but
it's Ennard. It's Ennard. It's Ennard possessing that body. That one Biddy Bab, Ennard's possessing it.
But it shows on the teaser there's 7. What happened to the other 6? Because
the other six are just normal. That one is being possessed by Ennard.
It might actually be 2, because if you think about it, there seems to be a conversation like that someone is inside. Is it the same person? With question, like they're talking to each other, and you can hear a slight difference in their voices.
Yeah, he's pretending. So I'm reading the chat. Okay, so getting information from the chat and the Biddy Bab is pretending to communicate with itself, so to make it feel like there's more of them. It's trying to scare you. But Ennard also said in one of the things he learned how to pretend. That's Ennard talking to you at that point, when Baby's telling you how he learned how to pretend. Yeah. That's Ennard talking to you at that point. So Ennard learned how to pretend to do things. So meaning Ennard pretended to be deactivated at times, Ennard pretended to be what he didn't really seem to be what he was. Ennard, like I said, Ennard has been in the entire game. He has been in your mind the entire time. He's been the pushing force to make sure he gets what he wants at the end.
I'm gonna take off one of Dorko's theories right now for a quick tick, and basically, he had this theory during one of his live streams that Ennard was practically a devil, because in most horror movies you hit the devil possessing someone. And then, for example, he used himself an example say he was possessed by a demon, was like, oh, I'm evil, blah blah blah, and then people said that they kill him. His voice would change back to normal. He'd be like, oh no, I'm fine, I'm back, it's me, and then he would kill them once their guard was lowered. In night 4 a.m. sorry. He's on his last leg, so he's trying to, what's the word? He's trying to get you to open the doors by saying, it's okay, I am still here, and you need to let us inside the room, as the daughter's voice. So, they're trying to get in the best they can by using the voice mimicking system of one of the other animals, animatronics.
Animatronics, yes. Like I said, Ennard's thing is, I have a little bit of me and a little bit of everybody. There's a little bit of me in everybody. Me, or it could be vice versa, meaning there is a little bit of everybody in me. Meaning, Ennard, like I said, Ennard is the combination of everything. So that he has everyone's traits. He has babies. He has baby's traits. He has Bellora's traits. He has Tugnon Fox's. He has Bonbon's traits. He has Freddy's traits. He is the ultimate animatronic in that building right now. Because Ennard doesn't just steal parts. He steals the parts that will help him get farther. Henceforth, why he took over Baby's voice. Henceforth, why he took over most of the animatronics and put him in the scooping room, and so on and so forth. He wanted those parts for himself.
Another one I want to know another theory is where is it? Hand unit is actually trying to kill us.
Yep, hand unit is Ennard.
Yeah.
Hand unit is Ennard the entire time as well.
It's as if it was programmed because Baby says that when the power comes on,
your guide will tell you
it's unsuccessful. Like it's been programmed before, and he's going to tell you to go quickly. That if you do that, you'll die.
Baby at that point is Baby, and he's trying to help you.
Yeah. And at the end, when it gets to, when you get like halfway there, suddenly the voice seems very loud at that point, and he says, it seems you are taking a long time, please move as quickly and quietly as possible.
What it says, it's going to deactivate.
Yeah.
That's what, that kind of route, when I played the game and that happened, I'm like, that's kind of bad, why'd you do that? You told me to be quiet.
Yeah.
At that point, he was trying to get you killed.
And the thing is, if you moved while he said that, I've seen most people try and move while he said it and they got killed. Because Bellora could hear you and could figure out that you were in the room. Another thing is, Funtime Foxy. Why was he the one who had, it? Because the Angst Teen calls it a he and the normal one calls it a she. Why is it the one that kills you? Why can't it be Baby yourself or Bellora, just random, or Ennard even, just to knock you out and put you in the suit? Because you won't know who Ennard is at that time. Yep.
Ennard, I think, okay, Night 3, I think Ennard is being Foxy at that point. And, like I said, Ennard has been the driving force of this entire game. Ennard has been the one trying to get you to move forward, but adding difficulty or a challenge so it keeps you drive to move forward. Because if everything's going easy, people are going to get suspicious. So Ennard's doing all this stuff. He's pretty much the puppet master.
Yeah.
He's pretty much the puppet master of all these animatronics. Because, like, again, we have already established a little bit of me is in everyone, or a little bit of everyone is in me. That could either go both ways. Because how Ennard looks, and how Ennard can react, how Ennard uses his wires and uses the voices. Again, it's not a coincidence.
No, there's two more that I have left of these theories. One is that, because I'll get into others in different videos, because they're just hints rather than actual theories. In my first thing is in the current Scott Games thing. If you look in the source code, it could just be there for no reason, but there's an abundance of the words "no comment" in the source code of the website.
No comment?
It may, but it may just be like a fluke and he just put that there because he had nothing to say.
We all know Scott. Scott doesn't put flukes in his site. No comment's gotta mean something. No comment's gotta be meaning something. Or he's trying to say he's no comment what people say. Yeah. He's just letting people make the theory or putting the puzzle together themselves. Because there is like I said, there is a connection between every single game connection to his sister location. Hello. There's a connection. There's a connection between all the games. Every game is connected. And then sister location is just the centerpiece of what shows all these connections.
The next thing I want to say is, this one's probably stupid, but what if we're in hell? 'Cause we could be
that wouldn't
6 feet under, deep underground.
That wouldn't make sense. Again.
True, it was kind of just like a stupid thought, but where's the other? The last one I want to get to is the darkness behind the motivation shocks. How can a animatronic feel the shocks anyway?
Yeah, that's true.
Pain? And also,
the motivational shocks.
Maybe they want to get back at people because they're being shocked to do things, like they're being forced to do things they may not want to do.
That one's kind of up in the air still. I really haven't been to any conclusion to that, because if they didn't like it, why would they just not do anything beforehand? Like they said, they've had other people work there, then they haven't had any problems, right? So it's
with the dead body found in the vent that the angsty teen mentions.
Yeah, that one's still a mystery. We don't know what that dead body is. He just says it, and it's out of the ordinary, out of the blue. So there's still a mystery around that as well. But like again, I think it's not. I don't think it's like a very harmful shock. I think it's just like a shock to boot them up or something like that, or kick them into gear. It's not. It's like I said. It's a controlled shock, but when you hit that button, it's not a controlled shock. You can tell it's not a controlled shock because how violent the shock is, and like I said, it's Ennard. Ennard may be changing the calibration, trying to break these animatronics. Or maybe messing with their systems.
I forgot about this one, but I have one more. The 3 heads. People believe it's a see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. But actually, it could be see evil, hear evil, speak evil. Because the eyes are open, some with their eyes closed and shut. One of them has its mouth open and blinking. And when you press the one with its eyes closed and mouth shut, that seems to resemble hearing, it makes some noise. But some people have decoded it to say, when you see me, you run. People are wondering what it means by that.
When you see me, you run. But yeah, most of the animatronics you see, like in Baby's room, I'm guessing were like a concept, because you do see Balloon Boy in there. Foxy and Freddy were so skaddish from parts from up Ennard. Yeah, we already came to that conclusion. Ennard was, because here's the thing. You guys remember the thumbnail where when Ennard was first introduced, it says a little bit of me is inside of everybody.
Yeah, there's a little bit of me inside everybody.
Yeah, but you guys can flip that text and say a little bit of everybody is inside me. Meaning, it could be also meaning Ennard is a combination of all these animatronics. Each animatronic has a certain perk. Like Foxy, can you name them off again? In the blueprints, there's like each animatronic can do a certain thing.
Yeah.
Can you name them off? Again, I don't remember them.
Sorry?
Can you name them off again, please?
I've just had a brain fart, sorry. Name off what? This is awkward.
Yes. So I think this is just, wait, he's looking at my theory. I think at this point, Ennard is already inside Purple Guy. But Ennard is not the son that Purple Guy remembers. He's completely gone power hungry. He's mad. He's gone mad with power. And it's an animatronic inside of a human suit, of a human suit. Inside a human suit. Wait, so the Purple Guy is Ennard, so in Fnaf 3, it is an animatronic inside a human. Yes, exactly. It is Ennard. It uses wires from his body to kind of like make veins, so he can still have control of his body. Make like everything is in control. make sure he can have all control of his body before taking possession of it.
Like,
and that's why when you, because like if there's like an old blueprint of like Springtrap's innards, and they don't look natural. They look like wires.
yeah, and in the, you know how on night 5 of the night 5 mini game of Fnaf 3, you go into the suit and then you seemingly die. I think it was actually a stage to get the spirits to think that they've stopped it, but actually Ennard still lived on inside Springtrap, and that's how he was able to move and stuff.
Yeah, because he's pretty much just wires. He just uses wires that go back up like he did to his father. Use the same thing as he done in the suit. Still familiar to him. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
So, but here the theory is, in the beginning of all this, in the beginning of before Ennard takes over his father's body, Purple Guy is innocent at that point. And then after that, all the killing from like Fred Bear's, Five Nights at Freddy's, from Freddy's, Friday Nights at Freddy's 2, all the killings up to where Springtrap, Purple Guy dies in the Springtrap suit.
Yeah.
That's when it ends. That's Ennard doing it. It's not Purple Guy doing it. It's Ennard doing it.
Alright. That's gonna end the stream here. No, we've been streaming for about an hour and 15 minutes.
Well, guys, if you hold on. In the 5th night, at the baby part, if you look behind baby, you see Ennard, but where the mask. That's why she says how to pretend. Yes, that is true. How to pretend. The reason why the Ennard is in the same room, because baby at that point, when she's in the repair room, she doesn't have her voice. Ennard took the voice from baby, so Ennard had to be in the room. Ennard had to be in that room. She's not talking in spirit. She's talking inside of the room. No.
And sorry, I'm just gonna interrupt. Another thing is, baby, what I think happened is the reason he doesn't have his mask on is because he doesn't put it on until he's in the control room, so that you don't see that it's the one that had been attacking you in the other room.
Yes, exactly.
Also, before I forget, there's another thing. You know how you hear a dripping noise when you're walking to the scooper room? In the files, that's named guts. So it could be the technician's guts dripping on the floor. It's
the technician's guts, definitely. But they weren't a suitable body for him.
What I think is is that they had been like, this may sound a bit dark, which is why it's been labelled dark in the troll post by Scott, saying that he may delay it. What I think is he did it because he literally took out the guts and used it to hang the men to make it look like suicide. Yeah,
but again, I'm just thinking he didn't. And if anything, if Ennard scooped out those guys' bodies, he could have used those guys. But I think they weren't suitable bodies.
No, they didn't fit.
Or he didn't. He could have fit in them. Like, he could have used the secret Easter egg in the trailer. If you look at the Funtime Foxy's reflection of Ennard, but with the mask, that actually was not. That wasn't Ennard. That wasn't Ennard. If you pay attention or you take a really good look at that mask, it looks very similar to the mask from the mannequins, because it has a purple streak down one of the cheeks.
Yeah.
It has a red cheek, but that's all we can see. But I just think that's like a reference, or like some kind of that's like some kind of foreshadowing in a way. Ennard I think it's just foreshadowing, because Ennard in this game is kind of like the puppet. He's the puppet master. So I'm thinking it was like foreshadowing, like these animatronics are puppets that Ennard is controlling. So, because the mannequin is technically a puppet. So I think it's like saying, yeah, these guys are puppets for this one being that, and he's gonna use them all to get to you.
Yeah.
And and like I said, the reason why he's in the parts room is because he has to be in there to voice Baby, because Baby doesn't have a voice. Baby doesn't even have any eyes.
No.
Did you notice that in the part room?
Yeah, I did. She didn't have an
Her
endoskeleton.
Her endoskeleton's gone. Her eyes are gone.
Well,
Ennard took that out of her.
Her face is gone at least. Just her face, because you can find out easily that her eyes are actually green, but for some reason, I'm just going to point this out because I almost forgot about it. In the minigame, her eyes are blue.
Yep.
Like Ennard's. So some people are believing that Ennard was actually at first the original Baby that got scooped. Yep. And those eyes were originally the original Baby's. And that's why he's able to mimic her voice as well.
Exactly. Because in the scooping room, you hear he's saying that he announces he's like, Balora's been here, Funtime Fox has been here, Funtime Freddy's been here, Balora has already been here today.
Yeah.
Meaning that he's already scooped Baby. Baby's already been scooped.
Yeah, and you don't see her shell either.
No, you see her shell. Oh, well, no.
On the floor, I mean.
Yeah, on the floor. No, you don't see her shell. So I think Ennard already scooped her ahead of time before Night 5. Because when you start Night 5, it says, Circus Baby has had a rough day today, blah, blah, blah.
No, it was, Circus Baby has been deactivated for an unknown reason.
No, but then he goes explaining why she was deactivated before you go into the room. He's like, Circus Baby had a rough day today, better go to parts...
That's Night 2.
No, that's Night 5.
That dialogue's from Night 2, because he says, let's check the light and make sure she's ready for showtime tomorrow. Oh, Circus Baby, we aren't here to play hide and seek. That's motivator within the controlled shock, and then.
But in the beginning of Night 5, I'm saying Night 5 in the beginning, he's saying Funtime Baby has had a rough day. That
was Night 2.
Was it Night 2? I'm pretty sure
it's Night 2. If you look at the Night 2 things, it is Night 2. All he says that Baby has been deactivated for for a strange reason. It's your job to make sure she's secure to the conveyor belt and ready to... That's
Night 5. Yeah, that's when you go...
Night 5, but he doesn't say that she's had a rough day today.
So that was the bite of 83, is caused by Baby, the bite of 87. No, Fred goes... Alright, here's what... Okay, so if you didn't see anything of like I said, I think... Okay. Baby... Okay, all the animatronics in Sister Location are innocent. Every one of them are innocent. Reason are they're innocent. Ennard is the kid from the Fredbear's location. So Ennard is being possessed, or Ennard is that kid. So we're gonna call that kid Ennard. Ennard was the one Ennard is striving to become alive again. Like he said, he needs a body to hide it.
Yeah.
He wants to live again. But again, his mind has gone. His mind is gone. He's gone crazy.
He's gone mad with power.
He's gone mad with power. So at the mini game is pretty much Ennard, or the kid from 4, killing his own sister. That kid killed his own sister in hopes to get that body. But the problem is when the girl was dragged into Baby's body, since it's so small, crushed it to a point where he can't use it.
Yeah.
So there was no bite of 83. There was only the bite of 87, which I think the bite of 87 was
in
the kid.
1983.
What?
Fredbear Dino was in 83. Because that's
What is
when...
it?
Yeah, that's why when you type in the code 1983 on the keypad, it shows...
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I forgot about that keypad.
Yeah.
Never mind, I get that one. But again, we don't know what exactly led up to the bite of 87.
Yeah.
Because it was a bite. It wasn't someone being dragged into a suit. That's still a mystery. Because but again, it could just be one of those. I highly doubt it. It's something Scott did.
Yeah.
But I bet there's a way to see the night of '87. If you hit 1987 on that keypad, you might see something else.
Someone tried 1987 and it didn't do anything.
So yeah, we're still in cloud and mystery what the bite of 1987 is. We don't know what happened or what led up to the events of bite of '87. But here's one thing we know. Entered at that time, they go backwards from 5 to 1.
Basically, what was I going to say? The not character. Thing is, everyone thought it was Foxy at first because he was out of order on the first one. But then we found out Fnaf 2 was a prequel, and he was out of order then too. So Foxy seemed to continuously be out of order. And then he appears in Fnaf 4 as part of the minigames on the brother's head, because he literally ripped off the head of Foxy and put it into his, what's it called? And put it in, sorry, let me restart. He ripped off the head of his little brother's Foxy toy and used it as a mask on himself. And then,
alright, hold on, sorry. Yes, but here's the thing. The Fredbear Diner was Springtrap oriented, meaning all those animatronics in there were all Springtrap, and there was only 2 of them, which was the yellow Bonnie, which is Gold Bonnie, it's Gold Bonnie, right? Spring Bunny, and then Freddy.
Yeah.
Spring Freddy, which is Golden Freddy. But here's a problem. That makes no sense, because if those were the only 2 there, where's Chica come into this? Where's Foxy come into this?
Because they're not in that diner.
They're not in that diner at that
Fredbear
point.
and Bonnie at the point.
Yeah. Yes. So meaning those animatronics in 2 that were they're in the back, they're used as parts. Yeah. I think that was another location they had, but didn't really work out. So there are multiple, there could be multiple locations of Freddy, but something's going on something's going on that's causing these animatronics to go out of control. And I have a feeling Sister Location is the beginning of what started all those animatronics to become all these different ways, because Sister Location is the events a little bit after Fredbear's Diner, meaning this purple guy at the point where before he gets scooped, he's innocent. He's just a distressed father trying to get his children back.
Yeah.
He's doing everything he can to get his children back.
What I believe, I'm gonna turn off the stream. I'm gonna write.
Haven't you heard of the King of Five Nights at Freddy's as Markiplier? Yes.
Yeah. Although someone else finished the game in one day, before he even started, and he did the secret ending in first try. But anyway, to end it off, I'm gonna quickly do the timeline on Paint, because I've been wanting to write stuff down, but I haven't thought of anything to write down. So we start off in 1983 with Fredbear's Diner, where
the bite happy kid dies.
Yeah, where Purple Guy is just innocent at the moment. I know about the map, but we think it's just part of it. It's just a little hint, but no one really knows what it means. So we think Purple Guy is innocent. He's just a normal worker. The kid dies. And then Purple Guy is distraught. He's distraught. Then he, once Purple Guy became distraught, he decided to build new animatronics, which were also in 1983, where he decided to make, where he decided to make Circus Baby and the rest. So that became Circus Baby's Pizza World.
But that was still in prototype.
So that's why it was underground. He didn't want anyone to figure out what it was.
Yeah. And then his daughter dies, which causes them to close it down, and it becomes rental. And then Enid gets into you, or Purple Guy.
And then the events of
and
then Ennard, which is his son, becomes Purple Guy.
Yeah. And then he wants to get back at people, and you know how in the how they say that the kids were led to a back room by an employee that people believe is Purple Guy. Ennard was jealous. Maybe they were the kids of his brother and the brother and his friends. So he got mad and wanted to kill them for it.
That wouldn't make any sense though, because by the time because he could have done it at any time.
Yeah, true.
He had to keep a low profile.
But then Enid kills the children, who might actually have been. I'm not gonna say that they were the parents, because actually they could have been the same children, because it was only 4 years later, and the brother looked about 10, so it'd be about 14.
Right. Wait, hit something in chat. Did you get the message from your friend saying that Scott was currently in Las Vegas, Nevada, in an exclusive Fnaf attraction?
No, I didn't.
Interesting. Go to this sister location and pause it to look really close. You see Ennard.
Yeah, I know.
I know, we see Ennard, but if that's on the Funtime Foxy, it could, it looks like the mannequin too, which is foreshadowing, meaning these animatronics Ennard is mimicking are also his puppets.
But,
your stream's buffering at the moment.
Yeah, it keeps doing that recently. It's because it's on orange in the stream health. But so 1987, Ennard kills the children, which are most likely the brother and his friends, because they'd only be
or their children.
Yeah, but that wouldn't make sense because it
look
was
at the
in
time,
1983, and then then it was 1987 when they killed. And then they looked about 9, so they'd be about 14, 13. So they'd still be classed as kids. And they were brought into the back to be killed, and then the marionette puts the children in the suits to save them, basically. And then they're mad, so they want to get back at the Purple Guy. They don't know it's Purple Guy really until then. And then we go on to the bite. No one knows who did it, but people believe it may have been Foxy, but it may not have. That's the thing. She was still out of order in the thing. But people think that, you know how on the last day of how on night 6, I think it is, it says there's one more. You'll be on the day shift. They have one private party planned for a little boy. That could have been when the buy of 1987 happened. But then
it raises something like, if it's a boy, it was a little boy, right?
Yeah.
It was his personal birthday party.
Yeah.
That really brings up a red flag, saying that's a conflicting timeline, because because from FNAF 4, his birthday party was also a private party, right? Meaning that Purple Guy's son was that boy who got bit, but that can't be true. So there's a conflicting timeline going
on. So scrap that. But something happened that killed them. But
but 87 is still a question mark. We don't know what caused it.
Yeah.
There have been many theories, but no one can make a very solid theory of what that is, unless it's in the book. I'm pretty sure, is it in the book?
Maybe.
Silver Eyes.
I don't know. I haven't read the book, but
I might have to get the book to read it.
I just remembered something on night.
What?
I can't remember which night, but on Five Nights at Freddy's 2, he says, "What are you doing there? Didn't you get the memo? It's closed. Someone used one of the suits, a yellow one. They used it. Now none of them are acting right." That's when Ennard goes into Springtrap.
Hold on, I gotta talk to Jeffrey. Yes, like I said, I think that's just like a ref, like saying. I think that's just like saying. I think that's just saying that since the mannequin is technically a puppet. Like I said, I think it's only reflecting in that mask because, like I said, Ennard is the puppeteer. Ennard is the puppeteer for all these animatronics.
Yeah. And then we all know what happens next. He goes in the suit. He fakes being dead because of him really being Ennard inside, and so on and so forth. The Five Nights at Freddy's, the original Five Nights at Freddy's, is actually the second to last in the timeline, because after that, it's 30 years later. The whole place has been shut down, and then it's the horror attraction with Springtrap only, and Ennard is let loose practically, and he's looking to kill more people. What if we're someone else that was part of the family that he was vengeful about, and we get that's why he's after us. Anyway, do you have any more theories, did you? Because I'm about to end the stream.
Yeah, there's a bit more theories, but if anyone wants to talk to me, like, you can always find me on my Twitter. I'm pretty sure my channel description down here.
Yeah.
Go to my channel. You can message me on there.
Shameless self-promotion.
Shave the self-promotion, yes. I'm usually on that. I usually try my best to respond to any messages. But if you want to talk about it a little bit more, I might just make my own little theory video and, like, just describe, like, and then leave it open to you guys to talk about what you want to talk about or bring up, and then I will definitely comment on it.
Anyway, guys, that's gonna end the stream here. Thanks for staying with us for the hour and a half we've been on. We'll probably see you in the next stream if we ever think of doing this more than once. Alright.
Once more information comes up, or we get a little bit, or maybe another game gets created.
Or Fnaf World's Update 3.
Wait, yeah, there's gonna be an update again, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yep. So FNAF World. I've noticed that when it's updating, it brings more story.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. FNAF World is like bringing things in. That's kind of awkward how a game updates and then it brings new items in. Like when the update 2 happened, it brought into Baby. Meaning if update 3 happens, it could bring more story with it.
Yeah.
So guys,
stay tuned.
Stay tuned, because like once the update 3 happens, I'm guessing people are going to be playing. I don't play FNAF World because I don't like the game very much. But anyway, guys, if you want to talk to me about this stuff, go down to my the channel in the description in this stream and just check it out. Message me. Well, I'll put what my theory is. My theory was in the beginning of this entire video.
Yeah.
So if you want to hear what I thought, just
go back
watch
to the
it.
very beginning.
The very beginning of this video. And it was nice. It was nice talking to you about this. Actually, I did a lot of like I said, I did a lot of research in this game. This game made me do so much research. It's unfathomable how much I literally looked into this game, because like this had like all the FNAF games. This one was different because it had a significant story. It had actual story to it. So I was like,
and it had
that's
voice.
what it had voice, story, and that's what brought me into the game.
It was completely different every night.
Yeah.
And then night 6, we'll just call it night 6 because it was the secret ending night. It was literally a throwback to the first Five Nights at Freddy's.
And it brought more clues to it. Like it brought so much solid evidence. You like, this can't be.
Yeah, he did the same actions that Bonnie and Chica and all that did, like looking into the sides and stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.